The concept of time travel has long been a fascination for both science fiction writers and their devoted followers. While many perceive it as mere fiction, there are those who claim to have actually traversed through time, arriving from the future with urgent messages and tales of narrow escapes from shadowy forces. One such enigmatic figure emerged in the year 2000, captivating the minds of Americans. Known as John Titor, he boldly asserted that he hailed from the year 2036 through online platforms. Titor shared his remarkable journey, even presenting a tantalizing glimpse of his time machine. So what is John Titor known for? Firstly, he didn't just claim to be a time traveler without any evidence, but actually presented highly plausible proof. Secondly, he didn't just provide evidence, but also made a series of predictions that came true, and these were not the kind of predictions that anyone with good analytical thinking could easily make. Thirdly, he is known for his alleged goal of time travel, which was to obtain a significant computer model from IBM's history, specifically the IBM 5100 released in 1975. The story of John Titor. There was an internet project by enthusiasts who were searching, discussing, and analyzing the possibilities of time travel. This project was called the Time Travel Institute. The website containing all the archived information is still available online, but the project itself has been closed. And then, on November 2, 2000, a user named TimetTravel0 claimed to have arrived from the year 2036 and posted the first messages on the aforementioned forum, revealing details about the creation of a functional time machine. He shared diagrams and even posted photos. Based on the description of this device, it consisted of the following: 2 magnetic units necessary for generating dual microsingularities, an electronic injection manifold for measuring mass and gravity within the microsingularities, cooling systems and protection from X-rays, gravitational sensors, and a gravity distortion system lock. 3 main computers. The time machine came with a user manual, which was also published by the time traveler on the internet. According to John Titor, the time machine was originally installed in a 1967 Chevrolet Corvette. The name John Titor, as he claimed it to be his real name, was first used on the forum of the radio show Coast to Coast, formerly known as the Art Bell Show, is an American radio talk show that airs in the United States and Canada. It specializes in paranormal topics and conspiracy theories. The host of the show, Art Bell, later revealed that he received 2 faxes from John Titor in 2001, dated back to 1998. However, his statement should not be fully trusted, as he had a personal interest in the buzz surrounding John Titor, as it benefited his show. How did the time machine schematics posted by the enigmatic time traveler on the Time Travel Institute forum look like? On the internet, you can find several versions of these schematics. Here are the most authentic ones, meaning those that apparently were indeed posted by Titor. Besides his predictions, which I will mention below, Titor also wrote arguments in support of the many worlds interpretation, Everett Wheeler model, on the forum. In short, this theory suggests that temporal lines are multiple, just like the worlds themselves located on these temporal lines. The capabilities of the time travel device sharply decline beyond 60 years. For example, if you were to travel 2,000 years into the past to see Jesus Christ, you might end up in a completely different temporal line where he never existed. Biography of John Titor based on his posts. John Titor was born in 1998. At the age of 13, by his own choice, he joined the army, and at 31, he enrolled in an institute and was recruited into the Time Travelers Division. He holds the rank of Major in the Time Travel Unit, where he serves alongside 7 other individuals carrying out various missions from the 1960s to the 1980s. He enjoys classical music and old rock and roll, is passionate about sailing, swimming, playing cards and online games, reading, and interacting with foreigners. He belongs to a Christian denomination that observes Saturday, but he identifies as an agnostic. His family resides in Tampa, Florida. Now, before we delve into John Titor's predictions, we need to provide some background on the IBM 5100 computer that Titor used. In the future, in 2036, a massive computer virus wiped out all the information on the internet, bringing back a specific operational IBM 5100 from 1975 to 2036, which contained hidden debugging functions for Unix-based systems that existed before the spread of Apple and BASIC languages, and could help solve the problem, was John's initial mission. However, on the return trip, he decided to visit the year 2000 to have a conversation with his parents. Brief information about the IBM 5100. Vintage technology always captures our attention because at one point, all that hardware was new, powerful, and relevant. However, even the most powerful systems become outdated over time and make way for new servers and computers. This was also the case with IBM's first portable CE, weighing 22 kilograms. Yes, 40 years ago. That's how much time has passed. 22 kilograms was considered a relatively low weight for a PC. We're talking about the IBM Model 5100, which featured a built-in keyboard, memory, and a full display. Only affluent individuals could afford such a computer. The basic version cost $8,975, while the high-end model with all the bells and whistles would set buyers back $19,975. The IBM 5100 was a portable desktop computer released in September 1975, 6 years before the IBM PC. The prototype of this model was developed in 1973 at the IBM Palo Alto Scientific Center under the name SCUMP, Special Computer Ale Machine Portable. In January 1978, IBM announced the release of the IBM 5110, the big brother that replaced the IBM 5100 series. In February 1980, IBM announced the release of the IBM 5120. This computer is a landmark in the development of portable electronics. IBM was a pioneer in the computer world, long before Microsoft gained strength. To give you an idea of the magnitude, there was even a term IBM compatible computer or IBM compatible device. This model should be well known to fans of the Steins Gate universe. In the anime, it appears as a time machine under the name IBM 5100 for copyright reasons. The anime provides a detailed and accessible explanation of the Everett Wheeler model of the world. Some of John Titor's predictions and their status. HIV/AIDS is still not defeated, but there is progress in cancer treatment. Status: unknown. During experiments in high-energy physics, CERN will discover strange thing. Status: the hype around the collider has diminished, but the God particle has been found. Printed books are still being published. Status: unknown. Movies and TV still exist, but are segmented across the internet. Many people create their own shows. Status: there is a tendency toward this. Everyone is now their own video blogger. Some natural disasters will occur in 2012. There will be no end of the world. Status: true. Hurricane Sandy happened. Europe experienced abnormal snowfall, and Venice and Krasnodar Krai were flooded, but the world survived. The capital of the United States will be moved to Omaha, Nebraska. Status: unknown. After 2004, the Olympic Games will not be held. Status: false. The Chinese space program is rapidly developing. Status: true. In 2011, China launched its own space station, and the first manned mission took place in 2012. The iTWOK problem became a terrible catastrophe, resulting in a massive power outage, and thousands of people froze to death on American highways while trying to reach warmer places. Status: false. The iTWOK problem was a well-executed marketing campaign. Please note that these predictions are attributed to John Titor, but their accuracy and reliability are widely debated. In 2003, an extraordinary story emerged on the entertainment website Weekly World News about the arrest of an incredibly successful economist. A man named Andrew Carlson supposedly earned $350 million in just 2 weeks through risky investments, starting with a mere $800. Such exceptional success couldn't escape the attention of the police, who arrested this newfound wealthy individual. During interrogation, Carlson didn't reveal any fraudulent schemes, but instead confessed to hailing from the year 2256. This startling revelation was disclosed to journalists by an anonymous source within the Securities and Exchange Commission. During the interrogation, Carlson admitted that he became overly enthusiastic about his investments. He had planned to invest in both successful and unsuccessful business projects, but the temptation was too great to resist. Consequently, all 126 of his investments yielded instant profits. According to reporters, the FBI couldn't find any records of him prior to December 2002, as if Carlson had never existed before that time. In exchange for his release, he promised to disclose the whereabouts of Osama bin Laden to the government and reveal the secret cure for AIDS. However, he adamantly refused to divulge the location of the time machine or explain its workings, fearing that the device would fall into the wrong hand. He was not released from prison until an unknown benefactor paid a $1 million bail on his behalf. Carlson regained his freedom, but when he was supposed to appear in court in April 2013, he vanished on his way to the hearing. This story caught the attention of numerous global media outlets, including The New Yorker, The Guardian, and The Scotsman. Yet, it was the FBI and the Securities and Exchange Commission employees who were most bewildered by the mysterious tale of Andrew Carlson. Journalists bombarded them with requests for comments on the time traveler case. The refusal of the law enforcement agencies to provide any insight only fueled the beliefs of conspiracy theorists, convinced that the authorities were concealing the truth. Another prophet emerged on the entertainment platform Reddit. In August 2013, a user under the pseudonym Lukai Magnota posted an appeal to Americans, urging them to abandon Bitcoin. According to him, the use of cryptocurrency could lead to a nuclear war, and he had arrived from the year 2026 to warn humanity and compel them to stop in time. Luca claimed that in his time, traditional dollars had vanished. After the value of Bitcoin reached $1 million, people grew disillusioned with other currencies and abandoned them. Now, all wealth exists only in two forms: Bitcoins and parcels of land. The population, he stated, suffered from famine as all the money became concentrated in citadels, fully robotic fortified cities where the Bitcoin elite resided. However, even having money didn't guarantee a secure life, as at least 1 in 4 Bitcoin owners were targeted to extract their passwords. Politics also faced challenges. Most governments had been destroyed as people preferred to conceal their income and stopped paying taxes. Russian hackers stole 60 of Africa's wealth in just 2 days, triggering a civil war that could only be halted by the 2 wealthiest countries, Saudi Arabia and North Korea. Luca claimed to plan a nuclear apocalypse to end the reign of the Bitcoin billionaires. With the help of 20 nuclear submarines, he intended to sever all underwater internet cables and launch missiles into densely populated areas. He concluded his story by urging the choking of Bitcoin in its infancy, because he knows how it will all end. In November 2017, Luca Magnotta's prediction resurfaced when Bitcoin reached the $10,000 mark, just as a visitor from the future had forecasted. The latest trend among self-proclaimed time travelers has been the demonstration of photographs from the future. Guests from different time periods prefer to do this on the YouTube channel Apextum, dedicated to paranormal phenomena. Since the beginning of 2018, 3 time travelers have already showcased their pictures from the years 6000, 10,000, and 2118. All the photos share one common aspect. They are strangely blurry. The traveler from the year 6000 explains the blurriness of the image as a distortion that occurs during time travel. Fortunately, the same distortion didn't affect his insides, as he claims scientists have observed such phenomena. He states that he was born in the 20th century and participated in experiments during the 1990s when researchers sent several people to different periods in the future. He is compelled to conceal his name, face, and alter his voice to avoid capture by mysterious entities. According to him, in 40 centuries, everyone will be able to teleport and travel through time. However, there is no need to worry about temporal paradoxes, as the time travelers will be invisible and unable to interfere with the course of history. He doesn't explain how he managed to appear in the video. An emotionless, artificial intelligence will govern the world, reducing human size to minimize their space occupancy and resource consumption. The man who visited the year 10,000 explains the photo's blurriness as a result of changes in Earth's electromagnetic properties that affected the functioning of cameras. According to him, while studying in America, in 2008, he met a professor who offered him a chance to travel to the future. After some hesitation, he decided to take the leap. In the future, he describes a world where grass grows everywhere, skyscrapers are so tall that their tops are obscured by clouds, all vehicles fly in the sky, and extraterrestrials walk on Earth. Humans have also learned to fly, presumably with the help of nanotechnology. Soft robots and holograms are present everywhere. He wanted to travel to the future again, but when he visited the professor, the next day the professor was gone, and the time machine had vanished without a trace. Alexander Smith, who traveled from 1981 to 2118 and then to 2018, complained that the government confiscated the original photograph from the future, leaving him with only a poor quality copy. He claims that the CIA is searching for him, which is why he is living in hiding and concealing his true identity. Concerning the future, robots told him that smart aliens will arrive on Earth in the middle of the 21st century. Smith identified global warming as the most significant threat to humanity and urged the inhabitants of 2018 to consider ecology, at least for the sake of their children and grandchildren. On the same channel, several interviews were conducted with a guest from the year 2030 using the pseudonym Noah. He was even subjected to a lie detector test, which he passed with flying colors. When directly asked if he was a time traveler, he answered yes, and the polygraph indicated that he was telling the truth. Noah appears to be around 20 years old, but he claims to be twice as old and credits his youthful appearance to a secret medicine. According to him, scientists have been able to time travel for the past 15 years, but have kept it hidden from the public. It is only in 2028 that the government will allow anyone who wishes to travel to the past or future. That's also when humanity will embark on a journey to Mars. He predicts that by 2030, humanity will have found cures for many forms of cancer, robots will manage households, and nearly everyone will possess a form of Google-like glasses with the same computing power as today's computers. Bitcoins will become fully integrated into the economy, But traditional currencies will not disappear. Due to global warming, the climate in the United States will become hotter, while Europe will experience colder temperatures. He also revealed that Donald Trump will be re-elected for a second term as the President of the United States, but he refused to provide evidence to avoid causing a temporal paradox. Despite the lie detector results, not everyone believed Noah's claims. Many doubted the authenticity of the polygraph, suggesting that if he genuinely believed he had traveled from the future, the device would not detect any lies. It's possible that this occurred since Noah, like other time travelers, is confident in having seen the future and genuinely desires to share his knowledge with all of humanity. Friends, what do you think? Is time travel possible? Is time a straight path that can be traversed forward and backward? Or is it an abstract concept? We are unlikely to know this in the foreseeable future. But what stops us from contemplating on this topic?